Welcome to PUC-Cast for 2008 and 9. This is a bigger deal than the normal PUC-Cast because it's the Christmas super secret special Charlie Brown edition for Christmas specials at PUC-Cast. I am here joined with an assortment of SA members and this guy. And we are going to have a Christmas dinner here at PUC-Cast. What do you do for Christmas?
I had a sweaty Christmas once.
We are on PUC-Cast. I want to throw that out.
It was in Peru. And
that explains
this is
it.
part of your roots as well, right?
kind of.
Are you Peruvian?
I'm half Peruvian and half Irish.
Wow.
Right?
And I was born in Canada.
Wow.
So I'm Canadian.
Okay.
But I have family in Peru mostly, and from my mom's side. And so once a few years ago, my family kind of like in Peru, they all organized to get together at my aunt's house and like spend Christmas together. And then I have an aunt in Canada, and so she rounded up some money and got her whole family to go there. And so she called my mom and she's like, can you guys come? Like, it'd be the whole family together. It'd be awesome. And my mom was just like, oh, we can't afford it. We can't go, you know. And she's like, come on. It's the only time we're all going to be together. And she's like, I'm really sorry. Just have a lot of fun. We're just going to be here alone. And so she's like, okay. And she called a few times, kept asking, and my mom was just like, no, we can't do it. And then like one day my mom was like, all right, let's go to Peru, but let's not tell them we're going. And so, yeah, and so even like on the day that my aunt was leaving, she called and she's like, come on, just do it. You can put it on your visa, it doesn't matter, pay it later. And she's like, no, I'm sorry, have a good time. And she was crying. She's like, don't worry about it. We'll try to do it another year. You know, and we knew the day that they were arriving in the airport in Peru. It's a really small airport, so we weren't worried about like not being able to find them. So we arrived there, and my mom told me to go look for my aunt, and while she watched the luggage, and then I saw them, and I like snuck around, and then went back to my mom, and then we went and go and surprised them, and they just all freaked out and cried, and it was fun.
That's a cool story.
That's a really cool story, actually. And this was in Peru.
Yeah, it was really
Okay.
hot.
I've had a few of those.
Peruvian Christmases?
Hot Christmases. My mom's Puerto Rican. My dad's Mexican. So it was always a treat to go to Puerto Rico. And when we were little, I think the first time we went, speaking of hot. Yeah, so the first time we went to Puerto Rico, I think I was in first grade or something. Didn't really know what was going on. But I just remember my parents every night going out. And they're not, I mean, my mom works here, given. She doesn't go out on the daily, you know, it's not a normal thing. But, and you know, we'd hear music, and they'd always put us to bed, and go to bed, da, da, da. But it was so loud, and people were, you know, playing,
Oh, that's right, they were up till like
salsa
midnight.
and all this sort of stuff. And my brother and I were like, what's going on? So the next day, we're asking my parents, like, why is there music till like 4 in the morning, and then all of a sudden it just goes away? In Puerto Rico, the traditions are something called parrandas, which is just another name for a party. And so they sneak up on other people's houses, and they start playing outside their door until they actually open. It doesn't matter if they're sleeping or not, you have to open the door. And then you have to host a party until until like 4 in the morning, and then they go to another house. And then they have like jokes and stuff that you pass around, and they're called bombas, and if they're really bad, then there's a song that you sing with it, and then if they're really good, there's another song, and then there's salsa and all this sort of stuff in the middle. So
Wow.
my brother and I were like 6, so we weren't really allowed to go to these parties, but a few years ago, we went back to Puerto Rico, and we got the full experience of parrandas, and then there's also something called Dia de los Reyes, Day of the Kings. And
Obviously,
yes.
we all speak
We all
Spanish.
speak. And so, like, the actual Christmas celebrations in Puerto Rico go from pretty much the day after Thanksgiving until, I think it's like January 6th or something like that. So this
My
is
kind of country.
all.
I
This
like
is
that.
the justification for partying from there to there, and it's just so much fun.
I need to learn Spanish a little better so I can do some baranjas. Did I say that right?
That was very. I don't know if they'd understand you. Barandas.
I thought it was pretty
Baranjas. Oh, well.
pretty good.
Of course I know how to speak Spanish. Anyway, we'll talk later.
We'll talk later.
All right, Larry, what about you for Christmas celebrations?
My most favorite?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Correct.
sweet. Well, I used to live in Kentucky, and there'd be like rolling hills and stuff like that. We'd have White Christmas, and it was sweet because, like sometimes the family would come over, they'd fly all the way over from like California, Arizona, or whatever. They came over and they were just chill, and like we'd have a lot of fun stuff, like just chill, have like snowball fights, like make like forts and like have all that kind of.
Like out of snow.
Yeah, huh?
Forts out of snow,
Forts
right?
out of snow.
No.
Oh,
Mud.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. You had me going there for a second. I was like,
There's no snow, but there's snowball fights.
Yes.
Got it.
They put them in the refrigerator.
mud ball
And
fights.
sometimes we take like the sled and go all the way up on the top of the hill. We go whee, all the way down.
wow. Toboggan action.
Yeah.
Nice. And so, how long did you live in Kentucky until you didn't live in Kentucky?
3 years till I didn't live in Kentucky.
And then you moved to California?
Yeah.
Okay. And no more White Christmases?
No more White Christmas.
Where are you down? Are you from LA, right? Area? Oh.
Kind of, sort of. Hesperia, high desert. By
No,
Big Bear- by
no
Big
more
Bear.
White
So no more.
Christmases. Well, it freezes at night in the desert sometimes, right?
Yeah, get
Okay.
some wind.